There's a little jazz bar near the river, hidden underneath a faded sign. Old wooden chairs and dusty records, frozen softly somewhere out of time. The bartender wipes another glass without saying very much, and people sit beneath the amber lights like silence is enough. Outside the rain keeps falling slow against the window near the door. But inside this tired little room, nobody rushes anymore. No loud laughter, no crowded noise, only brush drums drifting low, and strangers quietly breathing to the rhythm of old soul. Nobody talks much here, still somehow it feels warm. The trumpet fills the empty spaces like shelter from the storm. Nobody talks much here, and maybe that's why people stay, because some hearts are simply tired of explaining their pain. A man in a long brown coat stares softly at his coffee cup. A woman writes in tiny letters, then folds the paper up. The record spins another song with tiny scratches in the sound, and every little broken note feels honest somehow. The clock above the whiskey shelf moves slower than the world outside, and for a moment all our loneliness sits quietly side by side. Nobody asks too many questions, nobody pretends to shine, just tired souls and old jazz records passing gently through the night. Nobody talks much here, but the piano understands every unfinished memory people carry in their hands. Nobody talks much here, still the room feels strangely alive, like quiet hearts that almost gave up, found somewhere safe tonight. Maybe peace is not excitement, maybe peace is simply this: a dim light, a slow trumpet, and a place where silence fits. No pressure to be happy, no need to perform, just existing softly while the vinyl keeps you warm. Nobody talks much here, and outside the city glows millions of people passing by with stories no one knows. Nobody talks much here, still the slowly tonight. The city slowly loses color as daylight slips behind the trains. Streetlights bloom beside the river, and evening settles in again. Pull a dusty record gently from a sleeve worn thin with time. Tiny scratches hold old stories like faded photographs in sound. The needle falls with quiet thunder, soft crackle floating through the room, and suddenly the empty silence turns warm beneath the amber gloom. Outside the world keeps rushing, phones still glow and taxis fly, but in here the night moves slower, one song at a time. The night begins with vinyl and a trumpet soft and low, brush drums walking through the darkness like footsteps in the snow. The night begins with vinyl while old melodies arise, turning lonely little moments into something warm tonight. Coffee steam beside the speaker, curtains moving with the wind. A neon sign across the alley flickers blue against the dim. I think about the lives we wanted, the roads we never got to take, and somehow through these old jazz records those memories ache less. The bass line moves beneath the room, slow and patient like the moon, and every spinning second here feels softer than the day. Maybe healing sounds like vinyl, tiny imperfections too, because broken things can still create something beautiful and true. The night begins with vinyl, and the piano softly glows like conversations we abandoned long ago, but still remember. The night begins with vinyl, and the city fades away, leaving only warmth and jazz to carry us till daybreak. No grand answers, no dramatic endings, just old records spinning near the light. A tired soul, a quiet apartment, and enough music to survive the night. The night begins with vinyl, like distant headlights under rainy city skies. The night begins with final, and though the world feels cold sometimes, these old jazz records keep a little human warmth alive tonight. The office lights went dark at 9. Another overtime goodbye. People disappeared in pairs into the cool September air. I stopped by the corner store like I've done 100 times before. One cold beer and cigarettes for nights I haven't figured out yet. The train arrived with tired sounds, faces staring at the ground. Everyone looked somewhere else, like they were hiding from themselves. The city keeps on moving fast, but tonight I let it pass. I just want a quiet seat and old jazz drifting through the street. One beer after work, and the night slows down a little. The neon lights begin to blur while the trumpet plays so brittle. One beer after work, no conversation needed now. Just vinyl spinning near the window and silence settling somehow. My jacket smells like rain and smoke and unfinished office jokes. The coffee stains upon my sleeve look older than this week to me. I turn the record gently round, brush drums whisper through the sound. There's comfort in familiar songs that stay beside you when days feel long. Outside the buses fade away, last commuters in the day. And somewhere under all these lights, someone else is awake tonight. No grand plans to chase tonight, no need to fix this lonely life. Just a little peace inside while the bass line slowly walks beside me. One beer after work, and the room turns warm again. The piano sounds like memories I almost thought had ended. One beer after work, and somehow I can finally breathe, as if this tired little evening still has something left for me. Maybe happiness is smaller than we thought when we were young. Maybe it's this quiet moment after all the work is done. A small apartment, a spinning record, a city glowing far away, and enough strength to wake tomorrow and do it all again. One beer after work, while old jazz fills the air tonight. The trumpet bends like lonely streetlights, fading softly out of sight. One beer after work, and though nobody really knows, inside this slow and tired city, a little warmth still grows. The station clock says 12:43. A cold wind moves through line 2 seats. Convenience store, coffee in my hand. Another quiet ride across the hand. The platform echoes tired shoes, half-awake faces dressed in blue. Nobody speaks above the rail, only the sound of the moving trail. Outside, the dark apartment lights pass like unfinished city lives. And somewhere underneath this train, old memories return again. I used to call somebody late at night, before these stations felt this silent. Now the subway sings alone, like an old jazzophone. Last train to Hapjeong, carrying hearts too tired to talk. Neon reflections on the window, moving slowly through the dark. Last train to Hapjeong, and the city still won't sleep. The vinyl trumpet in my headphones sounds like memories I keep. Hongdae lights are fading out. Rainwater shines along the ground. A couple laughs beside the door, then disappear at Sinchon stop. I stay until the final ride, watching tunnels pass outside. Like all these years I never said, the thoughts still circling in my head. The conductor's tired voice feels strangely warm inside the noise. And for a moment in this train, loneliness feels beautiful again. Maybe every midnight subway carries stories no one tells. Broken dreams and quiet people floating through this sleepless rail. Last train to Hapjeong, with old jazz softly playing low. Brush drums moving like the river beneath the bridges down below. Last train to Hapjeong, while the stations disappear. And somewhere in the tunnel darkness, your memory still waits here. Some nights the city feels enormous, like it could swallow every sound. But inside these moving train lights, small pieces of us are found. A tired smile, a silent path, a melody through old headphones. Tiny lives crossing briefly before returning home alone. Last train to Hapjeong, and tomorrow comes too fast. But tonight this lonely subway feels like somewhere built to last. Last train to Hapjeong, through the sleeping Seoul skyline. Old jazz and city lights together, keeping quiet hearts alive. Rain falls softly in Shimokitazawa. Tiny lights reflect on old umbrellas. Records sleeping by the cafe wall, while distant trains hum through it all. A jazz bar hides beneath the sign. Smoke and coffee blur the time. The bartender turns the vinyl slow, like he already knows this song. Outside the alley, bicycles shine beside vending machines at night. Tokyo breathes so quietly, like it's protecting lonely dreams. Nobody asked where I came from. Nobody asked how long I'll stay. And somehow in this foreign silence, I finally feel okay. Tokyo vinyl rain, and old jazz through the midnight air. Trumpets floating through the window like forgotten prayers. Tokyo vinyl rain, neon trembling on the street. Every quiet little heartbeat moving with the brushed drum beat. The coffee tastes a little bitter, but tonight it feels just right. Couples laugh outside the station as taxis disappear from sight. I watch reflections move like film across the wet and empty hill. And every passing city sound feels softer when the rain comes down. The old LP keeps spinning warm inside this tiny hidden bar. And somewhere between these melodies, I stop feeling so far. Maybe every crowded city has a corner meant for rest, a small forgotten jazz cafe where tired hearts can breathe again. Tokyo vinyl rain, slow piano under amber light. Brush drums whisper like footsteps fading gently through the night. Tokyo vinyl rain, and the city glows alone, like millions of quiet people trying to find their way back home. I used to think loneliness was something cold and hard to hold, but tonight beneath these neon skies, it feels strangely beautiful. A rainy street, a spinning record, a stranger quietly smiling near. for a little while. The world feels warm here. Tokyo vinyl rain still falling softly after 2. Old jazz drifting through the alleys like memories returning new. Tokyo vinyl rain, and somewhere under city lights, a lonely heart keeps walking slowly through another peaceful night. The apartment feels larger at night, when every little sound survives. The refrigerator hums alone, like an old tired saxophone. The chair still faces toward the wall, beside a coat that doesn't move at all. The kitchen light is dim and weak, and old jazz drifts through quiet streets. Outside, the window so still glows. Cars move slowly down below, but up here in this silent room, time hangs heavy like perfume. I leave the vinyl spinning low, just to hear another soul, because silence after midnight can feel too close. Empty apartment jazz and city lights across the floor. The trumpet sounds like memories, walking softly through the door. Empty apartment jazz, while brush drums move slow as rain, like every lonely little heartbeat still searching for a name. A coffee mug beside the sink still carries lipstick, faded pink. Some habits stay inside a room long after people disappear. I open windows to the night, cool air and distant neon signs. And somewhere far beyond these streets, a siren fades into the dark. The bass line moves so patiently, like it knows how hard it is to breathe. On nights when every corner here still quietly remembers someone. maybe homes keep echoes of the lives we almost had. And maybe old jazz understands the beauty hidden inside sad, empty apartment jazz, and piano glowing warm tonight. The vinyl crackle sounds like footsteps fading gently out of sight. Empty apartment jazz. Still somehow it comforts me, like the room itself is whispering, you survived another week. I used to fear being alone inside these narrow city walls, but loneliness becomes softer when the trumpet starts to call. A small room, a midnight record, a tired heart still awake, and enough warmth to believe tomorrow might not hurt the same. Empty apartment jazz, while dawn waits quietly outside. Old records turning through the darkness, like they're trying to keep hope alive. Empty apartment jazz, and though nobody came tonight, the music stayed beside me until the morning light. Rainwater gathers by the curb, catching colors from the signs. Red and blue across the pavement, like memories crossing time. The convenience store still glows at nearly 2:30. A tired clerk wipes coffee stains while old jazz drifts through. Taxi lights slide past slowly, like lonely comets in the dark. And every puddle near the sidewalk looks like a broken work of art. Some nights the city feels colder than anyone wants to admit, but somehow these rainy streets still make me want to walk through them. Neon reflections on wet streets, and trumpet echoes after rain. Brush drums moving with the footsteps of people carrying hidden pain. Neon reflections on wet streets, while vinyl crackles soft and warm, like little sparks of human feeling, surviving through the storm. I pass a tiny ramen shop, still open near the station line. Steam rising through the doorway into the freezing night. Someone laughs beyond the alley, then disappears into the train, leaving only distant signals and rain against the rail. I pull my coat a little tighter as the bass line softly walks, and suddenly the sleepless city feels less empty than before. Maybe beauty lives in places most people hurry past, tiny lights upon wet asphalt, trying quietly to last. Neon reflections on wet streets and piano glowing low tonight, like warm windows in the distance, helping strangers survive. Neon reflections on wet streets, while dawn still waits somewhere unseen. Old jazz turning through the darkness, like the soundtrack of this dream. A rainy road, a midnight city, a record spinning slow. No dramatic ending, no perfect answer, just another place to go. And maybe that is enough tonight. Neon reflections on wet streets, while the final subway fades. The trumpet bends like tired headlights, slowly vanishing away. Neon reflections on wet streets, and though tomorrow comes again, for now this old jazz and rain feels strangely like a friend. Rain on the last subway window turns the city into light. Blurred neon drifting slowly through another sleepless night. A tired man in a dark gray coat leans softly near the door, earphones filled with old jazz songs, heard 1,000 times before. The train hums underneath the river, like a low and distant bass, while every station passes by with the same exhausted face. Nobody speaks this late at night, only silence rides the rail, and the trumpet through my headphones feels warmer than words today. Rain on the last subway window, and brush drums soft as snow. Every little drop of water moves with the city glow. Rain on the last subway window, while the from long ago. Hongdae fades behind the tunnel. Mapo lights begin to blur. A couple sleeps against each other while announcements quietly stir. I watch reflections cross the glass like old films without an end. And suddenly the lonely city feels almost like a friend. The bass line walks beside the tracks, patient underneath the rain, teaching tired hearts at midnight how to breathe again. Maybe everyone on board tonight carries something hard to name. Small invisible sadness hidden underneath their day. Rain on the last subway window, and piano glowing dim. The music sounds like winter lights floating softly through the wind. Rain on the last subway window, while stations disappear. Old jazz turning through the darkness, keeping quiet people near. A moving train, a rainy night, a record spinning in my mind. No grand destination, no dramatic goodbye, just another lonely ride home. And somehow that feels beautiful tonight. Rain on the last subway window, while the skyline fades to blue. The trumpet bends like distant headlights on streets nobody walks through. Rain on the last subway window, and though the night feels cold sometimes, these old jazz melodies still leave a little warmth behind. Cigarette smoke above the table twists slowly through the amber light. The bartender turns the sign to closed, but nobody leaves tonight. An old piano near the corner still remembers softer days. Its worn-out keys hold broken stories people drank to hide away. Outside the alley, rain keeps falling against the sleeping city walls, and somewhere underneath the silence, a lonely trumpet softly calls. Nobody here is really talking, still somehow we understand that certain nights feel easier with whiskey and old jazz, cigarette smoke and old piano floating through the midnight blue. Rush drums move like tired footsteps down avenues we never knew. Cigarette smoke and old piano, while vinyl crackles near the bar, like tiny pieces of forgotten hearts still glowing in the dark. A woman in a long black coat stares softly through the glass, watching taxi lights dissolve across the wet and empty path. A tired man beside the window laughs quietly to himself, as if the song unlocked a memory he never told to anyone else. The bass line walks beneath the room, slow and warm like passing trains, and every note the trumpet bends feels stitched together out of pain. Maybe music was invented for nights exactly like these, when people carry too much silence to ever explain completely. Cigarette smoke and old piano, and the city fading low. The melodies sound like winter streets covered softly under snow. Cigarette smoke and old piano, while dawn still waits outside. Old jazz holding fragile people together through the night. No perfect endings, no sudden healing, just dim lights and familiar songs. A little warmth inside the darkness, enough to help us carry on. Cigarette smoke and old piano, and trumpet echoes through the rain, like old memories returning slowly, then disappearing once again. Cigarette smoke and old piano, still glowing after closing time, while lonely hearts and vinyl records keep each other alive tonight. There's a small jazz bar near the river, hidden underneath the bridge. No bright sign or crowded doorway, just a faint blue light that flickers. The owner opens every evening at nearly 7:35. He dusts old records carefully, like keeping old ghosts alive. A saxophone hangs by the counter beside yellowed photographs, and the room smells faintly of coffee, rain, whiskey, and the past. Outside the city rushes onward, cars and headlines never sleep. But inside this little jazz bar, time moves quietly and deep. Small jazz bar near the river, and trumpet echoes through the night. Brush drums falling soft as water underneath the ambience. tired hearts returning somewhere. Only old jazz seems to know. A couple sits beside the window, speaking softly over wine. An old man reads the newspaper for what feels the 100th time. Rain reflects along the riverside like silver painted on the dark, and every little sound in here feels gentle on the heart. The bass line walks beneath the room, steady as the moving tide, and somehow all the loneliness feels smaller here tonight. Maybe every city hides a place untouched by all the noise, where broken thoughts and quiet people can finally rest a while. Small jazz bar near the river, and piano glowing low tonight. The melodies feel like gold streetlights, still shining after midnight. Small jazz bar near the river, while the world keeps racing by. Old records and dim conversations, keeping fragile souls alive. No need to impress anybody, no pressure to explain, just music drifting through the darkness like healing after rain. A warm drink, a slow trumpet, a river moving through the night, and enough peace to keep believing tomorrow might be kind. Small jazz bar near the river, and the first train still far away. The vinyl crackles like tiny memories that somehow chose to stay. Small jazz bar near the river, and though the night feels cold outside, inside this quiet little room, old jazz keeps hope alive. Sleepless lights in Seoul tonight, still glowing underneath the clouds. Buses rolling through the darkness like tired thoughts moving around. The Han River carries silence between bridges washed in gold, and somewhere deep inside this city, millions of lonely stories unfold. Convenience store still open, coffee steaming near the glass. A late-night worker checks his phone, then quietly slips it back. Nobody really stops moving here, even after midnight fades. Still somehow the quiet moments feel more honest this way. Sleepless lights in Seoul, and trumpet echoes through the rain. Brush drums moving with the heartbeat of people hiding pain. Sleepless lights in Seoul, while vinyl turns slow and warm, like tiny pieces of comfort inside the urban storm. A girl waits near the crosswalk, earphones pressed against her ears. An old jazz melody surrounds her, like a place safer than here. Taxi signs drift by the river, reflections breaking on the street. And every little amber window looks like someone trying to breathe. The bass line walks beneath the skyline, slow and deep like winter wind. And somehow through these old jazz records, the loneliness grows thin. Maybe every sleepless city needs songs exactly like these, to hold exhausted hearts together before the morning begins. Sleepless lights in Seoul, and piano glowing low tonight. The melodies feel like old street lights, still burning after 5. Sleepless lights in Seoul, while dawn waits pale and blue. Old jazz floating through the city, like memories passing through. No perfect answers, no sudden miracles, just another long night survived. A warm record, a slow trumpet, and enough hope to stay alive. Sleepless lights in Seoul, as the first subway starts to run. The trumpet fades into the sunrise, like the ending of a dream begun. Sleepless lights in Seoul, and though tomorrow comes again, these old jazz songs still leave behind a little warmth within. Old coffee cups beside the window, cold from hours left alone. Vinyl spinning through the darkness, like a voice inside the home. Streetlights paint the ceiling amber. Rain moves softly down the glass, and somewhere underneath the trumpet, another memory quietly passed. The apartment smells like paper, old books and fading smoke. The kind of nights that make you think about people you almost called. The city still keeps breathing outside these tired walls, but in here only brush drums answer. When silence falls, old coffee cups and midnight records turning slowly through the blue. Piano notes like distant headlights crossing avenues. Old coffee cups and midnight records, while vinyl crackles near the rain, like tiny pieces of forgotten love, returning once again. A sweater hanging near the chair still carries traces of perfume. Some things remain inside a room long after someone leaves it. The bass line walks beneath the sadness, slow and warm against the dark, and every trumpet note tonight feels handwritten from the heart. Outside, the final bus goes by, its lights dissolving into dawn, while old jazz stays beside me long after sleep is gone. Maybe loneliness sounds softer when melodies know your name. Maybe certain songs remember what people couldn't explain. Old coffee cups and midnight records, and brush drums soft as snowfall. The room feels less abandoned now, with music on the walls. Old coffee cups and midnight records, while the skyline fades to gray. Old jazz holding fragile feelings till another day. No dramatic ending, no final goodbye, just memories moving quietly tonight. A warm lamp, a spinning record, and enough heart to keep going. Old coffee cups and midnight breaks through. The trumpet bends like tired city lights, disappearing into blue. Old coffee cups and midnight records. And though the night has passed away, these old jazz songs still leave behind a warmth that wants to stay. Whiskey near closing time, the jazz bar nearly empty now. Only two tired souls remain underneath the amber glow. The bartender wipes the counter slowly to an old piano tune. Outside the alley rain keeps falling beneath a quiet silver moon. Vinyl crackles through the speakers like fading footsteps in the dark, and every trumpet note tonight feels stitched together from old scars. Nobody came here searching for answers or escape, just a little warmth to carry through another sleepless day. Whiskey near closing time, and brush drums soft as rain. The melodies drift through the shadows like memories without names. Whiskey near closing time, while city lights dissolve in blue. Old jazz wrapping lonely hearts inside a smoky room. A woman in a wool gray coat smiles faintly at the song, as if it once belonged to someone she hasn't seen in long. The bass line walks beneath the silence, slow as headlights on wet streets. And somehow all the sadness here feels strangely bittersweet. The clock above the liquor shelf moves toward another dawn. Still nobody seems in a hurry to return to being alone. Maybe nights like this exist for people who feel too much. Tiny hidden places where silence becomes enough. Whiskey near closing time, and piano glowing low tonight. The trumpet bends like distant train lights, fading softly out of sight. Whiskey near closing time, while vinyl spins warm and slow, like all the broken little pieces still trying not to let go. No dramatic conversations, no tears left to explain, just tired eyes and old jazz songs floating gently through the rain. A small glass, a quiet melody, and enough peace to breathe again. Whiskey near closing time, as as morning waits beyond the door. The trumpet fades into the silence, softly like before, whisking near closing time. And though the night will disappear, these old jazz records leave behind a little human warmth here. The convenience store still glows at nearly 4 a.m. Coffee machines humming softly like an old familiar friend. Rainwater shines beneath the lights outside the sliding door, and tired strangers wander in without speaking much anymore. Cup noodles, cigarettes, cold beer stacked beneath fluorescent white. Tiny ordinary objects keeping lonely people alive tonight. The city feels enormous when the last trains disappear, but somehow these little places make the darkness easier. The convenience store still glows, and old jazz fills my headphones low. Brush drums walking with my footsteps through the quiet afterglow. The convenience store still glows while neon flickers in the rain, like a tiny island of warmth inside this sleepless place. The student sleeps beside the window, books spread open on the chair. A taxi driver stirs hot ramen with tired eyes and messy hair. The clerk barely says a word, still somehow the silence fits. Like everyone who enters here carries something difficult. The bass line moves beneath the night, slow as traffic by the bridge. And every trumpet note tonight feels stitched together out of missing things. Maybe comfort isn't grand, maybe it's smaller than we think. A warm light in the early morning and enough time to breathe. The convenience store still glows, and piano drifts across the rain. The vinyl crackles, sounds like footsteps returning home again. The convenience store still glows while dawn waits quietly nearby. Old jazz and fluorescent lighting, holding fragile hearts tonight. No beautiful movie endings, no dramatic scene to close. Just tired people moving slowly under ordinary lights. But maybe there's beauty hidden inside these unnoticed nights, where small warm places help us survive until the morning arrives. The convenience store still glows, and the sky begins turning blue. The trumpet fades beside the sunrise, like dreams we almost knew. The convenience store still glows, and though another day will start, for one more quiet midnight hour, it sheltered lonely hearts. Quiet lights near the window shine across the wooden floor. Taxi shadows drift like memories underneath the apartment door. The kettle hums a tired melody, steam rising through the blue. And somewhere in the distant city, someone else can't sleep there too. Old records whisper softly, like conversations never finished. Tiny scratches in the vinyl sound more honest after midnight. The world outside feels endless, but this room feels small and warm. A little island made of jazz, protected from the storm. Quiet lights near the window, and trumpet echoes through the dark, like lonely hearts still searching for somewhere safe to rest. Quiet lights near the window, while brush drums drift like rain. Every faded little memory feels alive again. A half-read book beside the chair, cold coffee sitting there. The city train beyond the glass moves slowly through the night air. I think about old summers, people I forgot to call, and all the tiny moments we never knew would matter most. The baseline walks beneath the silence, patient as the moon above. And somehow all these quiet songs still carry pieces of us. Maybe healing comes quietly, without fireworks or sound. Maybe it's just sitting still while old jazz spins around. Quiet lights near the window, and piano glowing low tonight, like a hand resting softly on a tired shoulder in the dark. Quiet lights near the window, while dawn waits far away. For now this little room and jazz are enough for me to stay. The city never fully sleeps, even after trains are gone. There are always hidden windows, still awake before the dawn. Tiny lives, tiny sadness, tiny hopes nobody sees, floating softly through the darkness, like melodies on evening breeze. Quiet lights near the window, and vinyl turning warm and slow. The trumpet bends like distant headlights on wet streets below. Quiet lights near the window, and though tonight stayed quiet too, these old jazz songs kept glowing like small stars breaking through. The last bus already left. Rain still falls beyond the stop. Streetlights shimmer on the pavement as the city slowly softens. A vending machine glows alone beside the empty avenue. And somewhere far across the river, a lonely siren cuts through blue. My footsteps echo through the alley like brush drums in an old jazz tune, while cold wind moves between the buildings underneath a fading moon. Some nights feel suspended between tomorrow and the past, where tired hearts keep wandering because going home feels hard. The last bus already left, and trumpet echoes through the rain. Vinyl crackles in my headphones like distant passing trains. The last bus already left, while neon signs flicker low. Old jazz walking beside me through streets nobody knows. A tiny restaurant still open lets warm light spill onto the road. An old couple cleans the tables without speaking very much. Taxi lights drift slowly by, then disappear into the dark. And every glowing apartment window feels like another hidden heart. The bass line moves beneath the silence, steady as the falling rain, teaching lonely midnight people how to keep walking anyway. Maybe certain songs exist for nights exactly like these, when the city feels enormous and nobody can sleep. The last bus already left, and piano blows against the blue. The melodies sound like old memories returning quietly to you. The last bus already left, but somehow I don't mind, because these old jazz songs tonight feel softer than goodbye. No destination waiting, no dramatic scene, just another midnight walk through ordinary streets. But maybe that's enough. Maybe life is simply this: small lights in the darkness, and music helping us exist. The last bus already left. As dawn slowly starts to rise, the trumpet bends like fading headlights beneath exhausted skies. The last bus already left, and though another day begins, these old jazz melodies still leave a little warmth within. The sky is still a shade of blue, not quite night, not morning too. A quiet glow above the street, and tired footsteps underneath. The coffee shop unlocks its door, same soft bell as times before. A sleepy jazz tune fills the air, like someone left their heart in there. Steam rises slowly from the cup, while distant buses start their run. The city stretches half awake, as if it needs more time today. Some people are still dreaming, some are already moving on. And here I sit between the hours, listening to an old jazz song. Coffee before sunrise, and piano softly in the dark. The world feels small and peaceful before the noise and crowded hearts. Coffee before sunrise, while vinyl crackles through the room, like every lonely little feeling still has a place to bloom. A woman reads beside the glass, watching silent taxis pass. Someone writes in a notebook near, with tired eyes and messy hair. The trumpet bends so warm and low, like memories from years ago. And suddenly this quiet dawn doesn't feel so empty anymore. Outside the first train rushes by, underneath the pale gray sky. And somewhere deep inside my chest, something heavy starts to rest. Maybe healing isn't loud, maybe it arrives this way, in tiny peaceful moments before the world gets in the way. Coffee before sunrise, and brush drums moving soft and slow, the kind of music meant for people who carry things they never show. Coffee before sunrise, and warm lights glowing near the rain. For a little while this tired heart feels gentle once again. I used to chase big answers to questions life never solved. But maybe happiness is smaller and quieter than we thought. A warm cup, an old record, a silent morning chair, and enough hope to face another day. before sunrise, while the city slowly wakes, old jazz floating through the window as another morning breaks. Coffee before sunrise, and though the night has disappeared, the warmth inside these simple songs still stays with me here. After midnight, still awake, streetlights tremble on the lake. The city sounds are growing thin as another sleepless hour begins. The record player turns so slow, like it's scared to let me go. Brush drums drift across the room beneath the pale apartment moon. Empty glasses near the sink, half-finished thoughts I couldn't speak. And somewhere in the cooling air, your memory still lingers here. Some nights feel endless, like the dark won't break apart, but old jazz keeps moving gently through the corners of my heart. After midnight, still awake, while the trumpet softly cries, neon reflections on the ceiling move like tired city skies. After midnight, still awake, and the vinyl crackles low like tiny sparks of human warmth inside the quiet glow. A taxi passes far below, leaving trails of yellow gold. The window fog begins to bloom like lonely weather in this room. I used to fear these silent nights, the weight of all the missing light. But somewhere through these worn-out songs, the sadness doesn't feel as strong. The bass line walks beneath my chest, slowly teaching me to rest. And every note the piano plays feels softer than the hurt today. Maybe healing takes its time, maybe hearts recover slow, like records spinning patiently long after people go. After midnight, still awake, with old jazz beside my soul. The brush drums sound like passing footsteps on forgotten winter roads. After midnight, still awake, yet somehow less alone, because these tired little melodies still feel a little like home. The city hides millions of windows, still glowing quietly tonight. People carrying secret sadness behind apartment lights. And maybe somewhere out there, another person sits like me, listening to old records, trying gently to breathe. After midnight, still awake, While the first birds start to sing, the trumpet fades into the sunrise, like the ending of a dream. After midnight, still awake, but the night no longer hurts, because somewhere between these old jazz songs, I slowly found myself again. The hallway light is flickering again. Another quiet night begins. Keys drop slowly by the door. Same old coat upon the floor. The city breeze outside my room. Neon flowers softly bloom. A coffee cup is losing heat, while old jazz walks these empty streets. No footsteps in the corridor. No knocking at my door tonight. Just vinyl turning slowly round, like it still believes in us somehow. Nobody called tonight, but the records still sound warm. The trumpet plays so soft and low, like it understands the storm. Nobody called tonight. Still the city shines the same. I pour another little drink and whisper softly to your name. Taxi lights beneath the rain, people rushing home again. Somewhere lovers laugh out loud while silence hangs above this town. The window fog begins to rise, blurring all the distant signs. And in this small apartment air, your memory is everywhere. No message glowing on my phone, no voice arrives to break the blue. Only old piano chords keeping company for two. Nobody called tonight, but the records still sound warm. The bass line moves so patiently, holding on against the dark. Nobody called tonight. Still I leave one light on low, as if somebody might appear from from streets I used to know. Maybe loneliness has music, maybe sadness has a place. Maybe every spinning record keeps a little human trace. And maybe somewhere in this city someone else feels just the same, sitting quietly with old jazz and a heart that still remains. Nobody called tonight, but the night was not complete silence. The vinyl kept on spinning slow, like a small act of defiance. Nobody called tonight. Still the trumpet softly cried, and somewhere between these dusty songs I felt a little less alone tonight. Before the city wakes again, the streets belong to shadows now. Traffic lights blink quietly to nobody around. A pale blue dawn behind the towers slowly washes through the sky, and old jazz drifts across the room like the final breath of night. Coffee cools beside the window, vinyl turning one last time. Tiny scratches in the music sound softer before sunrise. These sleepless hours always feel more honest than the day, like hearts stop pretending right before the morning comes, before the city wakes again and the buses start to run. The trumpet glows like fading stars, disappearing one by one before the city wakes again. While brush drums move like rain, old jazz holding tired souls through another night of pain. The skyline slowly changes color from deep blue into gray. Convenience stores grow brighter as darkness slips away. A lonely taxi crosses bridges over quiet riverside roads, and somewhere in a tiny apartment another sleepless person breathes slow. The bassline walks beneath the silence, warm as lights inside a train, teaching fragile hearts at dawn how to begin again. Maybe survival is quieter than movies make it seem. Maybe it's simply making it to another morning before the city wakes again, and the world becomes too loud. The piano sounds like hidden hope, floating underneath the clouds before the city wakes again. The vinyl crackles low like small remaining pieces of warmth we still hold. No perfect future waiting, no clear answer in sight. Just old records and tired people surviving through the night. A slow trumpet, a dim apartment, a sky becoming new, and enough strength to face another day quietly coming through before the city wakes again. As sunlight fills the room, the trumpet fades beside the morning, like the ending of a tune before the city wakes again, and another day begins. These old jazz songs still leave behind a little peace within.